Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. In today's video I'll be showing you my entire coin collection. So this is the 4th annual year of doing this at Bits and Bobs, but all three of us will show our whole coin collections for you to vote on. So last time you saw Charles's, today is mine, and the next time will be Max's, so you'll see our whole coin collections. Then once they're all uploaded there'll be a community poll on our community tab for you to vote who of us has the best coin collection. So with no further ado, here's my entry, and here are my coins for this year's annual Who Has the Best Coin Collection whole coin collection competition. Let's have a look. There's a few bit of background sound to the start of this video, but around 5 minutes in it would all be nice crisp audio for the remainder of the video. Let's begin though with my bunk packs and modern coins. Here we go. We have King Charles' 75th birthday. We have the coronation of King Charles III, the Platinum Jubilee of Her Majesty the Queen, the Queen Memorial coin for her sad passing. We have the Queen's Reign £5 coin. We have the 95th birthday of the Queen, 2021. Then we have the Tudor Beast set here. Number 1, the Seymour Panther. Number 2, the Royal Lion of England, or the Lion of England, sorry. Number 3, the Yale of Beaufort. Number 4, the Bull of Clarence. Number 5, the Seymour Unicorn. And number 6, the Tudor Dragon, all that have been released so far. Moving on to older bunk packs, the older style. Have a look through them, have lots of these as well. We have the David Bowie one. We have the Queen £5 coin, pretty cool. We have the Royal Mint £5 coin, so commemorating the Royal Mint with a coin on it, pretty cool. A coloured one, this is the British Red Cross 150th anniversary, pretty nice design there. We have the Centenary of Royal Service for the House of Windsor, pretty nice as well. And older ones, there's more packaging for these older ones. We have the Queen's 80th birthday, again, pretty nice. We have the Queen's Golden Jubilee. Very nice, special obverse there on horseback. The 2007 Diamond Wedding Crown. Again, a cool portrait there, a double portrait, Elizabeth and Philip. And there's the reverse. And this one we have here is the Queen Mother, her 100, or is it the memorial of the Queen Mother, living from 1900 to 2002. A very, very good lifetime indeed. Very cool. Some special sort of bunk ones that aren't the usual denomination. We're making a mess here of bunk coins. We have here the £50 coin of Britannia. Very cool. A £20 coin of Sir Winston Churchill. Very nice again. This is a £20 coin with a lovely design commemorating the World War I beginning and end. And then a final one of these we have here, a £20 coin, a timeless first of George and the Dragon. We then have this. This is a Prince of Wales £5 coin from 1998, his 50th birthday. Pretty cool. We have an Elizabeth, her 70th birthday from 1996 for this one. Her 70th birthday. Again, a cool design. We then have this one, the Victoria Anniversary crown. So 100 years after Queen Victoria did pass away in 1901. Again, a lovely design. A few more left. We have this one commemorating the millennium, the year 2000, a £5 coin, and we can see there Greenwich Mean Time and all that, and how it started 2,000 years ago, and there is the coin. Very, very nice indeed. We have here, so quite a rarer one actually, the Queen Elizabeth I 450th anniversary of accession to the crown, £5 coin. One of the best ones that I have actually in terms of the scarcity, of the bunk pack. So here we go. Again, a very nice coin, and a lovely reverse design there. Look at that. Beautiful. Making a real mess here of bunk packs. We have the 60th birthday of the Prince of Wales, one of the first ever bunk packs I got, as we can see here. The Queen and Prince Charles. An early look at the portrait, because of course in 2008 he was still quite a way off from having his own portrait on the obverse, so very cool. Then we have a few more little bunk packs kind of things. We have the sixpence from 2023. That is the first sixpence with King Charles III. We have a few strike your own coins, as we can see here. There's the dinosaur one, 2024, and the Platinum Jubilee one, 2022. I did strike those too. And then some older style sets. Here we have this one. This is the Britain's first decimal coins, so the older pre-decimals, moving on to the decimals. Then we have this one here. This is a proof set from the Silver Jubilee of the Queen, the Jubilee Crown, a classic coin, and the year's coins from 1977. Very cool. The last year of the decimal coins, there we can see I then have the farewell to pre-decimal coins there, 1970, the last year our classic pre-decimal denominations were struck. That's a cool set to have there in proof. And then I'll show you this before we move on to the other sort of change coins. B for Bond, C for Cricket, E for English Breakfast, F for Fish and Chips, L for Loch Ness Monster, I for Ice Cream, N for NHS, O for Oak, X for X marks the spot, V for Villiers, T for T, and U for U for the ones that I have. So there we go. I'll tidy this up and then return to my change coins, 50p's and £2. Let's have a look of some of the more recent commemoratives, as we can see there. And we can see me there as well. And then we have there some of the bunk ones, so the decimal day, and just a few of the newer ones there. Then moving on to my Olympics tray, we have here most, not all, but most of the Olympics. We have football there, the rarest. And as we can see there, we just have all of the Olympics apart from wrestling, Olympic gymnastics, triathlon, and judo. So 4 more to go, and I even have a signed Coin Patrol 50p there, so a nice tray there of 50p's. Moving on to my £2 coins, we have here, again, I'd say most of them, if we sort of zoom out, most of them are there. We've got, some of the nicer ones, including the King James Bible, the Olympic ones here. I have no Commonwealth Games, that's what I need to do this year, get those Commonwealth Games, and then a few of the other missing ones to fill in my £2 coin collection. But overall, as we can see, a pretty good collection of £2 coins. And then finally, 50p's, the main tray we have here. There it is. Well, there it is. That's the star of the show. Kew Gardens there. And then I have, as we can see, I'll take the shiny thing off, zooming out again. We have, as we can see, this is a full tray of all the commemoratives since Britannia, the first one, NHS, all the different designs, right up on this tray to Sherlock Holmes. So there we go. And for the final few modern coins, you have here the old pound coins to the top. I've got quite a few of these, but we can see there's a few gaps as well. I've got some of the cities ones, as we can see there, which are the rarer ones, even the rarest, as you can see there, Edinburgh. So pretty good there. And a little preview of some older coins here. We have some overflow, my overflow of farthings, only needing 56, and my overflow of threepences, needing 43. So there we go. This is another sort of tray of more modern coins. You have here the sort of older style decimal coins. So the old £2 coins are there at the bottom. We've got the full set. Some of the old 50p's, the big ones, and some of the normal coins of our change. But I need to add now, of course, the new King Charles III definitives, as I have not got any of those yet. And then a sneak peek here at some hammered coins as we show my £5 coins. And there's just a tray of sort of oddities really. We have a few £5 coins to the bottom and some, crowns and that there. We have one of my absolute favourite coins, this beautiful cartwheel 2p, absolutely lovely. One of my first coins I got, and it was the first coin I bought for like over £10, which was a big purchase for me at the time. An absolutely lovely, lovely coin. And then my hammered coins here, I won't show you all of them just for time constraints, but we can see what they are by the little tags they have there. So a decent collection of hammered coins. The best probably is this one, a Henry III halfpenny there that was cut. And then also classic is this one here, the dated hammered coin I have from 1579. As we can see, 1579, a lovely dated Elizabeth I 3p. Very, very cool. So now we began for old coins. We'll now continue, and I do date runs of old coins, so we'll start with my lowest denominations, the farthings, and up to the highest denomination as we go through my date runs of old coins. So let's begin. So then, on to the pre-decimal date runs, beginning with, as we can see here, the farthings. The date run starts for me in 1860, the first year of the bronze farthing. As you can see here, the first date, 1860, after being first issued in the 1860 bronze recoinage. So there we go. And then following on from that, I must say I've got a very good collection of farthings in my opinion. As you can see here, most of the gaps in this tray are actually filled in. We're missing a few there, the 1880s, 1870s, and a few of the early ones. But overall, as we can see here, all of the Edward ones, all the George ones, and so on, every single square is filled up to 1940. And you have seen my overflow already. Of course, I'm just missing the 1956 from the overflow, and then a few of the early ones there. So overall, a good collection of farthings. Onto the halfpennies is not so good. As you can see here, a lot of the earlier ones, including the first one, 1860, are missing. We can see there a lot of paper rather than coins on this first tray for the halfpennies. But then to the end, some of the later Victoria, some of the veiled head Victoria ones, have got most of those. Moving on to tray 2, to redeem myself, I have here the whole tray filled in with halfpennies, the whole date run here of tray 2. As you can see, there are a multitude of designs there with the halfpenny design on some of them, the Britannia design on some of them, different monarchs and so on. But I've got them all filled in for this tray 2 of 3 for the halfpennies. You can see there, lots of them are in good quality, very nice quality. Some of them have a bit of dirt on them, some potentially some upgrades needed for some of the halfpennies. But as I say, this is a date run that's full, beginning with here, the first date for this tray is 1908. It's an Edward VII one, and all the dates here on this tray finishing with some of the Elizabeth II ones there. The last one on this tray is 1955, and then we continue from 55 onwards to tray 3, as we can see here. And this one obviously starts with 1956, then has the last of the larger style pre-decimal halfpennies until 67, then continues there with the decimal halfpenny running from 1971 until 1984, which I do have, although it was not issued for circulation there, the final halfpenny ever made for England. So a very cool collection there, and just needing the earlier ones to fill in from 1860 up to 1984. So a cool collection for the halfpennies. Then on to a classic denomination, the pre-decimal penny, again beginning in 1860 with the bronze recoinage. And here I have almost every single one. You can see there's some nice condition ones in here, such as this 1877, pretty nice, a bit of dirt on there, but a lot of them are fairly worn, as most of them are. 1869 and 71 are the only 2 dates I need, both being very rare, but not too unaffordable, and I will get them soon to finish my whole collection of pennies. So there's tray 1, very full as I say, going up to 1899, the end of the 19th century, beginning in the 20th century with the year 1900 here on tray 2, a full tray. There's the last 2 Victorias there, 1900 and 1901. Then we've got all the Edward ones, all the King George V ones, all the King George VI ones from World War I to World War II. This tray goes up to 1946, as we can see there, for tray 2. And then here we have tray 3, on a blue one at the moment. I'm going to change it to red soon. I've got all of these as well from 46 onwards, including the very rare 1950 and the very rare 1951, some of the key dates of the George VI pennies. So there we go, a full set with only 2 dates missing, right up until 1967, the final year of pre-decimal pennies being made for use and forever, apart from the proof issue of 1970. So there we go. Now on to the threepences, beginning with the brass threepences first, of which I have a full set. From 1937, the first year issue, every single date they were made, all the way up to 1967, the final year of circulation, and I do have here a loose proof, 1970, that final year of the farewell set, issued in proof. So there we go, the whole set, a very cool accomplishment of the 2 designs, including the 1946 and 1949, the 2 rare years, and 50 and 51 also fairly scarce. So there we go, a full collection, including the scarce dates of brass threepences. Very cool. There are also, of course, as I'm sure you know, the silver threepences that we can see here. Now my date run begins in 1860. It shouldn't, there are earlier ones, but so I will, do this one for now and extend it perhaps in the future for the earlier dates. But still, nonetheless, from 1860 onwards, I do have quite a lot of early Victoria threepences, moving into some Edward, George, and George again. So there we go, and they did stop in 1945, and so there's no Queen Elizabeth II silver threepences. But up till, I've shown you the extras, the overflow. I need 43 for George VI, then a few more Victorian ones. But, as you can see here, I do have quite a few, albeit fairly worn, most of them, quite a few Victorian and other silver threepences. Moving on to the silver groat, a very short-lived denomination. As you can see here, very few dates to get. And I do have very few of those few. I think, only 5 I have at the moment, which isn't the best, but at least I have some. I haven't been focusing too heavily on groats, so as you can see, I've only got just a few worn and hold examples for now in my collection at the moment. But that can be an area I look to expand in this next year of collecting. Moving on to a classic denomination now, the sixpence piece, beginning in 1816 this time, with the Great Recoinage of 1817, their first issue the year before. Now, as you can see here, I don't have very many at all. I do have this quite nice one here, in quite a lot of surrounding white spaces there empty. But there we go, 1837, a nice William IV one. But yeah, surrounded by mainly a lot of white, a lot of paper, where I don't have the coins. Moving on to the later ones a bit, some of the newer ones, I do have some of them, but again, not the best condition and not many dates. So again, early coins, definitely need to get more of the earlier dates of sixpences, as there are quite a few gaps on my sixpence tray currently. That's tray 1 of 2 though. So looking to tray 2, we bring in tray 2, the newer ones from 1901 onwards. We can see here, many, many more filled. That is definitely more like it. So there we go. Again, missing a few of the earlier sterling ones, but then from 1920, from 50% onwards to 1967, I do have them all. They are 50% silver from 1920 to 46, and the 50% silver are fairly easy to get. And then they are cupro nickel from 1946 onwards. So there we go, missing 1970 in loose proof, but I've got it in the proof set. And I do have the rarest, one of the rarer ones, 1952, a very scarce, only about 1 million of these made, a scarce and premium date for the sixpence, much rarer than some of the 50% ones and some of the earlier ones. So there we go. Now onto the shillings, beginning again in 1816, in which I have a very nice 1816. The rest of the earlier ones, though, as we can see, aren't the best. That 1817 is very, very bad indeed. And a lot of these earlier ones I have here are hold as well. But it's better to have a hold coin, in my opinion, than no coin. So I did buy these coins, the hold ones, for quite cheap. To sort of, hold the gap till I get more money for a higher grade one, for that example. But you can see there, the top's quite filled in. The bottom have got, a nice big chunk of them here. If we zoom in, we can see a nice set of 9 there in a little square that I've just happened to get. But yeah, so the bottom and the top of the tray are quite good. There's a bit of a gap in the middle around the 1840s and 50s, the rarer years that I will need to look to fill. Good to continue and expand my shillings. On to now tray 2, again from 1901, this one is, until the end being 1970, and I do have the loose proof of 1970, as we can see there, and I have all the dates there, all of the nice English shilling dates, once again all of the copper nickel ones, and all the 50% silver ones, and then just missing a few up there at the top again of the sterling ones, 1905 being the rarest one there to get, holding quite a premium above the other ones there. But overall, as you can see there, a very nice collection, I must say, of shillings. Moving on now to the florins, which are 2 shillings. We begin very strongly with the first one issued being the godless florin, of which I do have in a fairly high grade to the reverse. But after that, then we can see, the collection isn't the best. I've got a few here of the 1870s, and a few other ones here. But overall, the most, the most swathe of the board here, as we can see, is just empty, where I don't have those coins. So we'll look to get more early florins again for this year of collecting. So moving on to trade 2, some of the more recent ones, including the Standing Britannia florin. Let's zoom in on that one, because I do like a Standing Britannia florin. It is a great design. As you can see here, I have most of the dates. I think about 3 dates missing, and then the other one's got maybe 3 or 4 dates missing. I then have some of the later sterling ones, as you can see here, the World War I era florins there, and then on to 50% again. And from 1921, once again onwards, I have all of the 50% florins and all of the copper nickel ones as well, as we'll see on the next tray. I do have as well the 32. 1932 is a fairly scarce date for florin or 500 silver, but I do have that one, as we can see there. And as I say, onto the final tray here, every single coin got from 1933 down to 1970. So again, 50% silver and copper nickel ones are much easier to get, as they are, less silver in them, but also more highly minted, so more common and less metal in them that are precious. So very easy to get these ones, and I'll look to expand for the future onto the sterling ones. So there we go, and that's proved to finish off with. So a cool collection of florins there. Now onto the half crowns, probably my favourite denomination to date run, as you can see here. And I must say, I probably am doing quite well. I must, let's not be modest about it. I've got quite a nice collection here. So you can see some of the earlier George III ones, a George IV one there. We've got a few of these nice William IV design, or some early Victoria ones that we can see here, having the young head on the obverse. And I've one here in this tray of the Jubilee head. So, quite a nice collection, about half, maybe just under half there, of tray 1. Tray 2, doing very well indeed. Again, we have some more Victoria Jubilee ones, and then some of the veiled head ones to the top there. And some, just get rid of that. Then some Edward the 7th ones, not too many other 7th ones, missing a few there. And by the way, look at that, that is a lovely 1896. Yeah, missing a few Edward the 7th ones, of course missing the 1905, that is very rare indeed. But then moving on, I have most of the sterling George V, and then once again after 1920, I have all, so there it is, 1920. After that date, I have every single half crown, both 50% silver and copper and nickel, as with the other denominations. We can see there, once again, a full tray for tray 3, from 1933 is that, or 29, sorry, all the way, 50% and copper and nickel. And I do have, once again, as I think you just saw there, the 1970 proof issue loose, and 67, the last year of circulation. So there we go, a lovely collection of half crowns. And now moving on to the final denomination of date run, which is the crowns. So we can see here, I don't have them all, I just don't put paper in as it looks better without paper. So we have the first two here, two George III ones, lovely design. This is 1818 and 1820 for those two there. I then have two George IV ones, as you can see here. 1822 is quite rare. 1821 has a lovely portrait of George IV there to the obverse, very nice. I have one young head Victoria crown, 1845, as we can see there. And then I have this one here, which begins the George and the Dragon revival. On the crowns, as we can see here, I've got a whole row of all different dates. I have most of the dates, but as I say, not all of them. Moving on to some 50% crowns, I have here a wreath crown, a very rare variety, 1928. We have the Rocking Horse crown, and then the coronation, and then the other coronation for Queen Elizabeth II. So then not silver anymore. We have the 1960 one there. These ones we all know very well, the Churchill crown, Elizabeth and Philip, Silver Jubilee, Queen Mother, and Prince Charles and Princess Diana, on that one there. We all have those ones, but some of the early ones are very nice in my opinion, and I do love to collect them. So what we'll do now is I'll move on to my older copper coins, so before 1860 copper coins, and have a look at all my early milled silver coins, which are very nice indeed. So let's begin. The newest one, I think, is one of these. Where is it? This one? Yeah, so the newest one is here, a silver 3p from 1856. So let's zoom in, speed up, and roll the music. Now for the very few last bits. Firstly, this coin collection wooden box housing my Jubilee set for Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee. I have the crown. These are all from 1887, of course, the year of our Golden Jubilee. I have the double florin. I'll bring it up so you can see. So the crown, the double florin, the half crown there, the florin, the shilling I've got there, no sixpence, missing that. I've got the threepence there, as you can see, the penny, and no halfpenny, and no farthing. But I do have this coin here, which we can see is the Jubilee year 1887 half sovereign. So a gold coin. Very, very nice coin indeed. That is a beauty, as we can see. Again, with the Jubilee head, as all these coins have, that was released this year for the Jubilee. Look at that. A really lovely coin. I don't really know how it's happened, but I've got this, half sovereign, but not the farthing or the halfpenny. But that will be sorted out soon, and I can soon finish this Jubilee set. We're almost there, just 2 more coins to go now. 2 gold coins we have here. A lovely 1762 quarter guinea, so a guinea denominated coin, 1700s gold, very, very nice. And there's King George III, struck in gold, very cool. And then finally, my UK proof half sovereign from 1992 that I bought a while back. And there it is. I think it is a handled proof. It's not quite proof quality anymore, but still is a nice coin for the collection. So yeah, very nice, happy to have that. So there we go, done, that is it. So there we go, that is coin collection 2 of 3 out of the Bits and Bobs team. And please do remember, after seeing Max's next time, to leave a vote in the community poll who has the best coin collection for 2024. So that will be quite cool to see. Have I won? We'll see. I've got some nice coins. They do focus on probably maybe nicer coins, perhaps. Some older, nicer, early milled, very good hammered collections. I'm a date run collector, so I have lots of coins. I have more coins than them, perhaps worse quality, but it's all a bit of a, it's a close, I think it's going to be a close one this year. So we'll see who has the best coin collection, date runs, nice coins, hammered coins. I have to see. Those are great coins. So, one more time, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing who wins this year's whole coin collection.